Oh, the Kroken. Go. Stop going. Hello there, YouTube. I'm about to put this on my hat. Here we go. Okay, I'm now filming, and the camera's a little bit closer to my mouth than yesterday, so maybe the quality of the sound will be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and cross the street over here. I'm in the middle of Nagoya Station here, and the big poop is gone. And what I mean by that is that if you know Nagoya, there used to be a spiral metallic structure. It's quite windy today. I hope the wind isn't too bad today. There used to be a very a spiraling metallic structure right in front of Nagoya Station, right up here, and they've removed it. Not sure why, or if they're going to replace it with something else. I meant to I was going to try to get a video of them removing it, but I guess I missed the whole thing. I don't know when it happened. It must have been a couple weeks ago or so, but it's gone. Anyway, this is Nagoya Station. It's a very nice station. I was watching the video back the other day. This is the Insta360 Go 2, which is a tiny little camera that you can put in many interesting spots. I use Final Cut Pro to help isolate the sound. Otherwise, the sound is pretty unusable. I think it's okay now. Maybe I just have to make sure I speak up so you guys can hear me. Anyway, yeah, see up here, I'll point out where the poop used to be. It's not really a poop, of course, it's just a spiral. Some kind of weird, it looks like some kind of weird cone spring. And I always wondered, you always question why the city would spend so much money to, obviously it costs a lot of money to build, to put that there. Ooh, red light. Yeah, it used to be right up there. This is one of Japan's only, what are those things called? Those circle roads? I forgot what they're called. Turnabouts? Turnarounds, you know, these, now as soon as I try to make a video, my vocabulary goes. Roundabouts, maybe? Yeah. This was a roundabout, and now, oh, I'm gonna have to go the other way. Anyway, that's where it used to be, right there. That's where it used to be. Now it's gone. So I'm gonna cross the street this way here. It's red light. They're starting to crack down on bicyclists, so I'm being a little more cautious than usual, which means I'm not cautious. I was not cautious at all in the past, but now I'll be a little cautious. So check this out. You can actually ride your bicycle in Nagoya Station, and it's completely fine, I think. I don't think this is against the law. As long as I don't go too fast on the sidewalk. I guess this counts as a sidewalk. But you get to see what other people look like, right? Give you some nice visuals. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I went to the gym this morning. I got up at 4:50 a.m. Had a nice couple of cups of coffee, and went to the gym. The bench presses were full. I was surprised. Usually they're empty at that time of the day, but they were pretty busy. I had to wait 30 minutes to get to do my bench and kind of rush for time there, unfortunately. But I'm gonna put it across here, maybe not. Yeah, anyway, let's see right there. I'm looking at you right there. That is where the big poop used to be. Now it's gone. Oh well. At the gym, by the way, some young buff guy came in, very clean cut, wearing nice Nike boots. They were like short boots. They were brown. They weren't sneakers at all. They were proper, like, hiking shoes, but they were short. He took off his boots and he put them right up on the shelf where everybody puts their clothes. These like little open lockers, not lockers, but you know, shelves, cubby holes, whatever. And he put the shoes right on top. And I was like, dude, don't you have any common sense? Okay, it is 0 day, and I've been chatting to the camera for the last 15 minutes thinking it was on, but it was off. I just realized it's on. Okay, so it's 0 day. 0 day means on the 10th, 20th, and 30th of every month, all the cops come out and these volunteers come out to help you not have accidents, to remind you, hey, don't have an accident today because it's 0 day. So these guys are just volunteers, I guess. I think they might work for certain companies. Oh, so yesterday at this juncture in this road that I take, I got a flat tire, man. It ruined my day. I was actually early for work. I ended up having to walk the bicycle to a bicycle store that was of course closed, which I knew it would be closed. And I locked it up there with the intention of coming back later and having the bicycle store fix it on my way home, which is what I did. I barely made it in time to pick up my son from his elementary school twilight program. The twilight program in Japan is, so after kids get out of school, they have one section of the school that's kind of dedicated to kids whose parents work late, and the kids go there and wait until their parents come and pick them up, right? So that's what happened. Anyway, it is yeah, like I said, it's the 10th, 20th, and 30th, so cops are out to try to prevent traffic accidents. Despite that, I'm still running red lights. Well, no one's around. I mean, I think it's fairly safe. I'm not endangering anyone. A lot of homeless people live under the overpass here. The Japanese tend to leave them alone. And they don't beg, they don't really bother anyone. Anyway, so today I woke up at 4:50. Had a couple of nice cups of coffee. Enjoyed a couple laughs as I drank my coffee and watched Reddit videos. And then I went off to the gym to get my bench press and my sit-ups in, which is what I do. 2 sit-ups almost every day. I alternate between bench press and pull-ups. Of course, I ride my bicycle about 1.5 hours a day, so I don't really have to work on legs too much. But I do. My right knee's been hurting recently because I'm old, I guess. Who knows? But anyway, at the gym, some guy came in, really nice guy, good-looking guy, young, muscular, wearing very clean, snazzy Nike shoes, like little hiking boots, short hiking boots, and he took them off and he put them right on the cubby hole shelf where everyone puts their stuff. And I was like, God, no common sense at all, you know, like. And I went and wiped it because, you know, the dirt off his shoes. There's a cop at an intersection where usually there are not. Anyway, I got a flat yesterday, I told her, and I mentioned this to one of my students, and she said, oh yeah, do you know how to change a flat? I'm like, yeah, of course. She goes, because you know, I've never met anyone who knows how to change a flat. I was like, what? That's easy. And she said, yeah, in Japan, you know, you just call and they'll even come to your house and take your bicycle and fix the flat. And it's so cheap. And I'm like, yeah, it is pretty cheap. So it wasn't that cheap. I had to get a new, I was in a hurry, so I actually had the bicycle shop do it. It cost me 26 bucks about, well, maybe in American money, about 20 bucks. A little bit expensive, yeah. But even the tire, the tube alone cost me 1,400 yen. So that's more expensive than I usually. Well, I don't know. I haven't bought tube in a while. I guess that's the going price, I guess, man. But it was funny. She's like, I've never met anyone who could change a tire on a bicycle. I just thought a private down the street, and this is I love this street. It's an old neighborhood. Many of the stores here are very, very old, maybe up to 100 years old or older. It's a really nice street. I've walked down the street a lot. I teach some kids down the street. Some mom got me to come to her house. I don't usually do lessons at the house, but I teach these 5 little boys. Anyway, so I'm 55 years old, and I see a lot of younger people, I should say, on YouTube, putting out these videos, you know, giving you wisdom, teaching you things that, you know, useful stuff, information, practical information. And I've always thought, you know, where's my wisdom? Look at this old house. I love this old house. When I was younger, a little bit younger, you know, I used to think I was so full of wisdom, and I would want to bestow my wisdom out on other people. And I even had like rules I'd made. I've written actually some stuff down, but I don't know why right now I feel like I should be chock full of wisdom. These beautiful streets. But I don't feel like I have, you know, anything useful to say when it comes to like wise things, wise teachings or anything like that. But I gotta tell you, I am the happiest I've been in a long time. And I think a lot of it has to do with the way I'm living my life right now, which is very healthy. Oh, I don't know what was here before. I go down the streets all the time, but I don't remember. Say something is gone, now something's new. I suspect they tore down an old house and we're putting up new ones. As you can see, as you come along with me, a lot of these houses are very old. I love the old wood houses here. This one's really nice. It's really sad. Like, this beautiful old house will probably be partitioned up and broken into 2 or 3 properties, or maybe a huge apartment building will be put there in the future. But yeah, it's a nice house. Anyway, yeah, so I think it's kind of funny or ironic that now that I'm feeling really good in life, that I actually have very little to say. Isn't that strange? You would think I'd have more to say now that I'm, you know, leading a life that I'm happy with. I mean, I have problems, of course, little problems here and there, but nothing is special, except I guess the only thing you can take away from that is, look how this car just jammed in there, is that you gotta lead a good, clean life and get lots of sleep and eat right and take care of your responsibilities. I think part of it is that I'm so prepared for my classes right now. I'm so prepared. I'm breaking up my classes into sections even. Like, I come into class and I say, today we're going to do these three things. And I tell them what we're going to do. And I've already got it planned out, and I've got all my copies made and a lesson made beforehand. And I just get in and I do it. Oh, look at this scooter. I don't see these scooters much. I've always wanted to catch one of these scooters on camera. Look at that. There we go. You're supposed to have a license plate on it, but some people get away with it without having a license plate, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah. There's one guy here in Nagoya, maybe even 2. I think there's only one that I know for sure, but there's probably more. There's one guy here in Nagoya who has one of those reclinable bicycles, and he's got a big speaker on there, and he goes roaring by with the sound blasting. I'm going to take you guys through the park because it's so nice. It's just starting to get cool. I'm actually wearing a light jacket today, which is rare for me. It's usually too warm to even wear a jacket. In the summers are horrible here. I saw some guy on Reddit saying, what's good about winter? I love the summer, screw winter. But no, summers are nice. I mean, summers are hot and hell. Winters are nice, and you can wear jackets and control your temperature a little bit better. Yeah. All the flowers are gone. We used to have a lot of tulips here. They're all gone now. Which, a lot of the photographers come here and take pictures. A lot of I'm on my way to school after doing a private, and I made the mistake of thinking that I was recording when I actually wasn't, which is quite frustrating when you see all these things that you thought, oh, that's a pretty good video, and then you realize that none of it will ever be remembered by anyone. So I'm 55 now, and I was recently observing the fact that many people on YouTube and on social media, whatever, they sell their wisdom, right? They tell you what they've learned in life. And I think I used to be a little bit like that. I used to think, oh, I've got all these wise things to say, to tell people. I even wrote them down. I would post them on Facebook sometimes, kind of rules of life kind of stuff. But now that I'm older, and ironically, as my life is even better than before, I find really little, I don't feel like I have like so much wisdom to bestow on anyone. Which is kind of ironic because things are going really well now. I think a lot of that, the reason things are going well is because I'm just living my life right. I'm being responsible, and this guy's not even looking where he's going, see? Not even looking where he's going. Look at that. I'm sleeping well, I'm eating well, I'm not drinking, I'm taking care of my kids, I'm preparing for my classes really well. And by that I mean I've got the lesson made, I've got the copies made, I've got sections of the class. So if I have like a 1 hour class or 45-minute class, I will think about what I'm going to teach and how many parts of that class we're going to have and what I'm going to use. Like if I'm going to be using any YouTube videos, or if I'm going to be using if we're going to be doing pair work, whatever. I've got all that figured out, and as a result, I feel powerful because my class fucking rocks. Excuse me. You know, you can't engage everyone. Even that said, there's still some students who fall asleep occasionally. In a big class, there'll be one, actually today one. So, but another student I caught yawning, and she confessed, "Oh, I'm so sleepy," because it was after lunch. So, but yeah, I don't really feel like I have any great wisdom to bestow on anyone. In the past, people on this channel in the comment section have asked me, "Wow, you should write a book, man. I would totally buy your book if you wrote it." And you know, I think I do have lots of stories, and I think definitely enough material for a book or two. But I don't feel, you know, and I feel like if I wrote down my adventures or the things that happened in my life, I think the lessons that I've learned from life would naturally become much more apparent, right? Because when you're writing, you're thinking, you know, it forces you to think when you're sitting there writing down stuff that happened, and things become clearer. Yeah. So I think if I wrote the story of my life or adventures of my life, I would definitely be able to glean some of the lessons from that life. Definitely, I would definitely be learning a lot just looking at my old mistakes, right? Because I've made a lot of mistakes in life. Yeah, but mistakes are good. Like I always tell my students, mistakes are good. Don't worry about your mistakes. Mistakes are good. You can learn from your mistakes. I should be wearing a helmet, but in case instead I'm wearing this ridiculous hat. Oh, I should go this way. I'm gonna go this way. Yes. Anyway, I'm having a good day. I'm having a really good day. It's actually so good that I feel like I haven't had a day like this in a long time. And the day's not even over yet. Like I said, I had an evening class that canceled, so I'm already thinking ahead. Okay, I've got time this evening. And I bought my kids skateboards, but they're too scared to use them. So I thought maybe I'll take them, and we got, we got safety pads and all that and helmets and crap, but maybe I'll take them outside and we'll practice. Apologies, but the camera cut out again. I've got to fix the settings on this camera. It only records 5 minutes at a time. So I wanted to, anyway, that was a good day, and I intended to go home and teach my kids how to skateboard, but it gets dark pretty early now, or earlier than before, so by 6 p.m. it's already pretty dark. So I usually pick up my kids around between 5 and 6. Anyway, so that night I probably went home. I don't remember what happened, but the thing I wanted to end on, which I was talking about before, this 30-second clip, which I will now stretch out so you can hear my full thoughts. The thing I wanted to talk about was this show called This Is Us, which I'm finally getting around to watching. I know it's over now, but I was watching, I think, maybe season 4, season 5, and there's one episode where they bring up, or they play a song by Billy Joel called, what's it called? Summer Highland Falls, which is also known as Sadness or Euphoria. And in that song they have a lyric that goes, they say that these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I've ever known. And I used to be a big Billy Joel fan. I've seen him live a couple times, and his lyrics have always struck me as poignant, and they touched me. And this song, I don't know why, but when I heard the song in the TV show, it suddenly really struck a chord and brought back a bunch of memories. And I don't know, not even memories, just feelings. And I got all teary-eyed by that one line, because it's so true, maybe these are not the best of times, but they're the only times we'll ever know. So I guess we just got to make the best of it. Luckily I'm having a pretty good time right now. Either way, they're the only times I've ever known, or I'll ever know. Anyway, I'll end on that. Thanks for listening always, guys. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the views, and look forward to seeing your comments. I always do. And hope everyone is having as good a day as I was on this day. Until next time, you guys take care, and see you in the next one.